Okay, I am going to be walking through setting up TradingView. If you have a broker or a charting platform that you like to use, go ahead and use it. That is not a problem at all. Most of the presentation stuff that I'm going to be doing is going to be on TradingView, explaining a lot of things just because it's a really nice charting platform. I like some of the tools that it has. Now, also, I'm going to be using Lightspeed Trader as well because that's the broker that I use. Uh, but I really like doing presentation stuff and review stuff with TradingView. Now, if we look at get started for free, just go ahead and click on that. Get started for free. They have a plan for every level of ambition. Now we have the annual plans and then we have the monthly plans that you can choose. Now, they give you trial for 30 days. And if you look through here, some of this stuff, like if you're very starting out for the very first time, you really don't need like premium expert or ultimate level. I personally don't think it's needed. So with the essential plan, you get two charts per tab. That's kind of a little bit low. I mean, the plus plan, you get four charts. That's kind of nice. But I can show you how to get away from that. You can have multiple tabs, but you only can have two charts per tab, 5 indicators per chart. Trust me, we're not going to be using 5 indicators. There's only a couple indicators that I use because I am a price action trader. I just go off of price action and volume mainly, but I am using the 9 EMA and I'm using the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. Those are really the only two main indicators that I use. And of course, volumes on the chart. We got 10K historical bars, 10 parallel chart connections, 20 price alerts. We don't do price alerts, 20 technical indicators. We don't use that. No ads, volume profile, custom time frames, custom range bars, multiple watch lists, bar replay. This is a big one. Bar replay is a big one. And indicators on indicators, we don't care about that. So there's a lot of people that put so many indicators on their charts, you can't even read the chart. But the bar replay is huge. Test your strategies with intraday bar replays. Practice predicting price movements hour by hour, minute by minute, and second by second. As the old saying goes, practice makes perfect and profit. Okay, so that's going to be a really big thing. And I'm going to show you how to use the bar replay because what I'm going to be going over in the course, this is something you really, really want to do. If you don't have time to demo trade during market hours, let's say you're working a 9 to 5 job, well, you can get off and let's say you only have like an hour or two during the night to do this. You go ahead and do the bar replay and try to get yourself familiar with how I'm teaching this strategy to you. So bar replay is a big one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to go to sign up and I'm going to go ahead and you can sign in with Google, but I'm going to go ahead and use the personal email and then create an account and then I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so now that you've signed up and everything is good to go, you're going to come to this page on their website. Now, right here, we have products, we have community, we have markets, brokers, we have more. We have products, we have super charts, we have screeners. I'm going to go over that. We got calendars, news flow, portfolios, fundamental graphs, yield curves, options, all kinds of stuff right here. What you want to do is go to products right here, click on super charts. I'm going to warn you, this is going to blind you because it's all white. We're going to take care of that real quickly. So click on super charts, but it will blind you. I warned you. Okay, so now right here, what we need to do is you want to come up here to the very top up here. Let me kind of scroll this down a little bit. There we go. Now you can see it. You want to come up here and then you want to click on your name right here. And what you want to do is you want to go to dark theme. Click on dark theme. Now we got the dark theme. Everything's looking good. Now you want to come over here and then click on this right here. This right here is your watch list. We're not going to be doing the watch lists. We can do that later when we are setting up watch lists, when we are looking at the scanner, and then we are picking like 4 to 6 stocks that we want to take a look at for the day. You can put them on your watch list. Then we have right here, we have alerts. You can put in alerts. You have option tree and data view. We don't care about that. We have chats. We don't care about that. We have screeners. We really don't worry about the screeners yet. Don't worry about that. We'll go over that. And then calendars, and then products, community, notifications, chat assistant. So right here, and then right here, we have, of course, we have your tool section right here, where, and if you click on that small little arrow right there, that'll give you more to go with. And if you want to, let's say you want to go to trend line. Let's say you want to have a trend line and put that on your favorite. Well, you can have a favorite bar. There's your favorite bar, and you can drag that around. And you have right here, you have fib retracements. We're not going to be using fibs. We're not going to be using none of this stuff right here, to be quite honest. And then right here, you have your XABCD pattern. We're not ABCD pattern. Not going to do that. I'm going to show you what all that is, and you're going to be able to do it yourself. You don't need this to tell you. Now the brush I'm going to be using. So the brush, I'm going to go ahead and put that on the favorites. A highlighter, maybe I'll use a highlighter. I don't know. We'll just put that on there. Arrow marker, maybe. We have a path, rectangle, circle, triangle, arc, curve. Text. I'm going to be putting some text on there. Text, notes. Okay, we can put, we'll make that a favorite as well. We'll do some text. Templates, we don't care about that. Put that up there. We got the pins, we got the price notes, call outs, flag marks, rulers. Ruler's the big one. This one right here, you just kind of click on it, drag it up. It's a ruler that kind of tells you, gives you like, hey, that's up like $21.19, 9.11%. This was 25 bars, things like that. That's pretty good. And when you when you click on this, you left click, you drag it, you left click again, and it stays there. And if you right click, it takes it away. And then, of course, we have the zoom in, the magnets and stuff like that, and then remove objects. So, and how you get around this platform here, what you can do is just use your mouse wheel, scroll up and down, take that away. And then when you click and drag, you hold the left mouse button and you drag. So you click, drag, and you can go like that. So you just click on the chart, hold the left mouse button, and you can drag it around. And then when you come down here to the bottom right, you see that bar, that little arrow, two little arrows? Scroll to the most recent bar. You click that, takes you right back to the most recent bar. So one other thing that I really want to show you is right here. When you click on your name up here, your profile page, what you can do is get the desktop app. When you click on that, TradingView Desktop. I use this and it is fantastic. I really do enjoy it. You can download it for Windows, you can download it for Macs. So go ahead and download the desktop app if you want to use it, or you can keep using the TradingView one. Whichever one you want to use, you can use. So this is the trading platform I'm going to be doing a lot of presentations on. What I would highly recommend is playing around with this. If you're going to be using this, just play around with it. It's pretty nice. Of course, we have the replay. I'm going to be showing you that. We have indicators right here, and then we have indicator templates. Then you have unnamed right here. This is kind of a template right here. And what we can do is go ahead and rename this. Instead of unnamed, I'm just going to say main chart. That's going to be our main chart. Now up here is where you put the tickers. And then you can either click up here and then start typing. Let's say you want Intel. And it'll show you Intel. Or the best thing that I like about this, you can just click in the chart and you can just type in, let's say Google. Just start typing. When you're inside the chart, just start typing. And it shows up. Let's say you want Palantir. You can do Palantir. This is really nice because you can flip back and forth. Let's say you want the triple Qs. You can flip back and forth. You want SPY. You can flip back and forth. The platform is pretty quick. to load stuff. That's why I really like TradingView. It's really nice. Let's go back to Apple. So, and right here, if you click that D right there, when you click on that D, it shows you different intervals. You have custom intervals. Now, ticks, it depends on what version you have. If you paid for the higher versions, you're going to get this like second. If you try to click on 30 seconds, it's going to tell you to upgrade. Okay. And it's going to default back to 1 minute. 1 minute's fine. Mainly what we are using is we are using the 1 minute. We are using the 5 minute, and we are glancing at the 1 day. That is the only time frames that we're going to really be using. Now, if you have a platform that does second intervals, that's nice, because when you start getting movements like right up in here, let's go to a 1 minute chart. Go to a 1 minute chart. When you start getting big movements, like this in the mornings, or like this right here, you can go down to a 30-second and really get your entry points and exit points dialed in. But we'll go over that a little bit later. I mostly just stick with the 1 minute and 5 minute. But I would highly recommend to play around with this and get used to the platform. If you don't like these grids, you can right-click, go to Settings, and then the crosshair, you can change the color of the crosshair. The grid lines, you can just go to None, and then there'll be no grid lines. Or you can just do vertical only or horizontal. Sometimes I kind of like the horizontal. And the reason for that is because it kind of gives me a gauge that I kind of look around, and I can be like, okay, if I go from here to here, that's roughly 20 cents. So that's good. I kind of like that. So make sure you play around with the chart. You can right click, and then you can just go ahead and go to settings, and then kind of go through here and modify it how you like. Okay, let's finish setting up TradingView. Right now, I have Jobby. This is one of the trades that was done this morning. It showed up on the scanner, the scanner that I use. Now, if you have the free version, you really can't come over here and then start putting those charts up, because this is a paid version. I have a paid version. This is going to give you not an error, but it's going to give you a message saying you have to upgrade. But how you can do this, if you are using the free version, you just want to see how things are, just go to these tabs and you just click on main chart that we saved. Then you come here and you choose 5 minute for that one. And you come over here and you choose daily for that one. So now what you can do is you can just do Control Tab and kind of tab through the windows there. That's a 1 minute, that's a 5 minute. You can hit Shift Control Tab to go backwards. So Control Tab to go forwards, Shift Control Tab to go backwards. That's not ideal, but if you are using the free version, that's what you're going to have to do. If you're using the paid version, we'll go ahead and set this up the way that I have it set up. Now, I'm going to set this up how I usually have my platform set up on Lightspeed. And also, I do use TradingView for reviews and things like that, and for presentations. So let's go ahead and set this up. When you click on this little box area, Layout Setup, click on that, go to the third row, and I like to choose this one here. This one at the very end. Looks like that. We have a big chart in the center and 2 charts down at the bottom. Hey, it's me from the future. I want to go over how you link these 3 charts together. It's very important because sometimes they are unlinked. Like if you type in Intel, Intel will populate on the 1 minute, but it's not populating on the daily or the 5 minute. The crosshair is not calculating over. When you click on here, it's not going to the timeline for the 1 minute. So what you want to do is you want to come up here to your layout setup. This symbol right here, you can see right here, it says symbol changes on all charts within the layout. Make sure you go ahead and click that. And if you want the crosshairs to be global through the chart, you click that. And the time, you want to click that. That time right there, when the chart is clicked, all charts within the layout display the same point of time. Okay, so I usually have those three checked. Mainly that's because, well, now Intel is showing up. So if I go back to Jobby, well, Jobby is going to show up. So if I come over here, and let's say I'm on after hours, and let's say I want to go to the area right in here, I just click and it takes me right there. So that is how you link these charts up. You just click on the layout and you go down here and you link them up. That's all I have. Enjoy. And how I set this up is I have the 1 minute up here, I have the daily on the left, and I have the 5 minute on the bottom there. That's how I have it set up. Now, that's how I have it set up. And also these timelines right up here. If you click this down arrow, you can choose the timelines that you have. And if you want them onto a favorite, you can just click, let's say I don't want 15 seconds anymore. I just unclick that and it takes it right off and goes to 30 seconds. Click that, it puts it right up here, up top. So you can choose which ones you want to be your favorites. And you kind of go through here. And also, if you only have one chart like this, you can do the 1 minute, and then you can actually just come over here and click on 5 minutes. That will show you the 5 minute, and you can click on 1 minute and go through there. Uh, go here and click on this. So this is how I mainly have things set up: is the 1 minute, the daily, and then the 5 minute, just like this. And let's go ahead and set up the indicators. Now, I do not fill my chart with a bunch of indicators. And I really don't like indicators that much. I mainly am looking at the candlesticks and trying to read the candlesticks from the 1 minute and the 5 minute. I'm mainly looking at the 5 minute to get the sentiment of the market, like these three candles right here. These three candles right here is telling me that the sentiment, this candle right here, is higher than this candle right here, and the body of it was a bullish engulfing. So, and this candle right here is making higher highs and higher lows. I kind of know where we're looking is to go up, and that's what we did. We're moving up. So I'm using a 5 minute more of like a guide. Go ahead and remove that. Now there's only two indicators I use, and that is the 9 exponential moving average and the volume weighted average price. Okay, I'm going to go over the two indicators that I use the most, and they are the 9 EMA exponential moving average and the VWAP, volume weighted average price. The 9 EMA is an exponential moving average, is widely used in day trading to help identify short-term trends. It's an exponential moving average calculated over 9 periods, like 9-minute bars. Exponential part means it gives more weight to recent price data. This makes it faster and more responsive than a simple moving average. The VWAP, volume weighted average price, is an intraday indicator used by day traders and institutional traders to gauge fair value and trend direction. The VWAP gives more weight to price levels with higher volume, shows the average price paid by all traders throughout the day. Okay, let's go ahead and add these indicators. If you click on the 1 minute chart, you go to indicators, you type in EMA. moving average exponential. Click on that. I know it's EMA exponential moving average, but this says moving average exponential. It is what it is. So when you click on settings, you want to make sure the length is none and the source is closed. You go on style, EMA, you can choose whatever color you want. Visibility, I normally just have it for, you can do hours, minutes, seconds, ticks. So that is the 9 EMA. And then you click on 5 minute, you go to indicators. You want to type in VWAP or VWAP, a volume weighted average price. If you click on that, then you go to settings. Now the visibility, we really just need it for like hours, minutes, seconds, ticks. That is fine. In the style, you can choose whatever color you want. Inputs, you make sure that it's on anchored period of session because you really don't need it for the week, month, quarter. We just want it for the session. And the source is the high, low, close divided by 3. That is the source. That is the default setting anyway, so you shouldn't have to change that. Now we have the 9 EMA on the 1 minute and the volume weighted average price on the 5 minute. And you can choose to add the VWAP, volume weighted average price, to the 1 minute if you would like. It is completely up to you. So you can add that if you want. I normally just keep it on the 5 minute just because I know I'm always glancing at the 5 minute. And when I come down here and then I touch the VWAP here, I know on the 5 minute that I'm pretty close to the VWAP. The volume weighted average price, I'm really not taking trades directly off of this. I am just looking to see where the trend is. Is it sloping up? Or are we moving up? If it's starting to curl back over like this, then I might want to rethink my situation. So that is how I have the chart set up. And also, I kind of like to have my charts as clean as possible. So the 9 EMA is on the 1 minute and the VWAP is on the 5 minute. And I just try to keep my charts as clean as possible because I don't want it to get cluttered with a bunch of indicators. So that is really all we need to do. I will see you in the next video.